The NBA in the United States of America is the third most lucrative sport league in the world, and that is a fact. 30 teams, 82 games in the regular season, serving us with a lot of twists and turns. On today's edition of the show, we will be talking basketball, and we have an expert in the studio making his debut on Prime Sport. We have Tunde Young Akiloye. Fantastic pleasure having you on the show.
It's my pleasure to be here, Solomon. Thank you for having me.
You're making your debut. How does it feel?
It feels very great, and I can't wait to dive into what we have on the menu.
Let's dive in it straightly. NBA this season for you, how has it been so far? We'll talk about the teams, but the general play, how has it been moving from the last season that we didn't have fans to the season that we now have full stadiums, a full stadium with fans?
Oh, it's an absolute pleasure to have the fans back in any sport, really. The fans are the major driving force. You need that, you need that boost of fans, even the ones that are there talking smack.
Yeah.
There to distract. And we've had there were recent issues of fan trouble, fans heckling the players during games.
I saw the one between Indiana and Lakers when two fans were ejected. They were actually talking trash to LeBron James.
At least they kept that talking. Previously, the one with Russell Westbrook fans threw popcorn at him and stuff like that. So the fans were too excited to come back. But at least now let's just keep it at talking. Talking is accepted. You can talk trash at the players. But don't get physical. Don't throw things. As for the actual basketball, there's nothing like NBA basketball. It's always great. Although shooting is a bit down because of the change. The players say the change in the ball, move from a Spalding ball to a Wilson ball, and the players are still getting used to the new ball, and 3-point percentage across the league is down by 5%. That is huge. That is huge, from 46% last season to 41% this season for a group of the most elite basketball players in the world. This is the summit of basketball. You are not going to find better basketballers anywhere in the world right now. So at the end of the day, so that's the latest update.
Quickly, let's go to the teams right now. First, which team has impressed you the most this season so far? Because the season, we're still fresh, right? Not even halfway yet.
Obviously, there's only one place to start, and that's at the top of the Western Conference. The Golden State Warriors are 18-2 on the top of the Western Conference. Nobody saw that. By nobody, I mean probably even the Warriors players didn't see that coming. They were leading with only Steph Curry as the lead driving force of the team. Klay Thompson still out. James Wiseman, their big time rookie signing last season, also still out. Nobody expected this. The Warriors are absolutely blowing out everybody. You see the likes of Jordan Poole contributing massively, Draymond Green, being a creative force, leading the team in assists. It's just ridiculous. Andrew Wiggins getting back on defense, just dunking over people. The harmony in this team is not, and it's not like the previous Warriors team. The previous Warriors team, they outshoot everybody. Now, they actually can play defense. They get back on defense. They have a very solid base, and they also with the help of Steph Curry have been able to outscore their opponents, and that's why Curry is the best player in the league right now as we speak. That has really surprised me. To pertain your question, in the Eastern Conference, so there are two teams that caught my fancy: Charlotte Hornets and the Chicago Bulls. Is it a coincidence that they both have each ball brother, Lonzo Ball and LaMelo Ball on each team? Maybe not, but they've actually been playing fantastic basketball this season, and both are third and fifth on the Eastern Conference right now, and two teams that nobody really gave a chance coming into the season, and it's still early days. Still 62 games to go in the NBA season, and a lot can change. The team at the top can still end up at the bottom, so that's the truth of the NBA.
Talking about the truth about the NBA, before the start of the season, we saw the trade the Lakers made. Carmelo Anthony, they brought in legends. Let's say that way, but it's not working out. What is wrong? What is it the chemistry? Is it taking too long? What is actually wrong with the Lakers?
A bit of everything. Chemistry issue, yes. You are not going to bring in 12 new players and expect them to gel instantly. They only have 3 returning players from last season: Anthony Davis, LeBron James, and Tyler Tucker. That's it. Every other player on the roster, 15-man roster, is new. So that's not easy. And also they've also have injuries. But they will get better eventually. The likes of Wayne Ellington, likes of let's even leave Westbrook. James Davis are the 3 big guys. But the likes of Will Anderson, the likes of Melo, the likes of Malik Monk, Kendrick Nunn, those guys were brought in to be
support cast.
In fact, the support cast is more important than the big 3, because at the end of the day, you need those bench points. Your big 3 cannot play every game. They cannot play every minute of every game. They have to drop to the bench sometimes, and you have to be sure the team is not suffering when they do drop to the bench. And Carmelo Anthony has held it down this season. I didn't see that coming from him. 37 years old, plays some of the best basketball we've seen from him in recent consistently, at least since the deep in form that he had, that he suffered since moving to Houston and then to Portland. And so, look, I believe they will get better. They're fifth in the West right now with not playing well. So they will get better. They're a team more created for the offseason. It's just that don't mess it up and not make it. So because the way they did last season as well, they focused too much on the off season. They finished 7th in the regular season, and they ended up getting Phoenix Suns, a very tough matchup because they finished low. You get the team that finished high. So they want to avoid that mistake this season as well. You finish as minimum fourth, so you can get a decent matchup and then you progress from there. But I think that team is more suited to off-season basketball.
Then before we talk about the Nigerian contingent in the NBA, quickly, champions like Milwaukee Bucks, how do you think they're faring? Challengers like the likes of Phoenix Suns, like Utah Jazz, how have they been faring this season?
The champions are not. They are playing okay. They are not. They also have had a lot of injuries. Pat Connaughton is still out. Dante DiVincenzo, Brook Lopez. In fact, they've had to make an emergency signing of DeMarcus Cousins mid-season just to accommodate the lack of a center. They've been playing Giannis in center, and they've been playing quite well, but it's not a natural center. It's a power forward. So at the end of the day, injuries have affected them a bit. But again, it's another of those teams. You don't really judge their defending of the title based on the performance in the regular season. Wait till the playoffs, and then we can see what happens in their first round matchup. How do they handle it? So they will definitely make the playoffs. I think it will be a terrible situation for Mike Budenholzer if he fails to make the playoffs this season after winning the championship. So I think they are good enough to make the playoffs, and they should. But you cannot focus too much on the playoffs without the regular season because teams understand that, and I think Milwaukee will get it done.
Nigeria contingent in the NBA, likes of Jordan Nwora, how have they been performing for you?
Speaking of Jordan specifically, I expect a big season for him. His sophomore season, the coach Mike Budenholzer didn't really trust him in the first season because, first of all, he's terrible on defense, and Mike Budenholzer is a defense-first coach. So you are not going to play a second-round rookie that doesn't go back on defense that much. It was understandable. But this season, thanks to the injuries, he started a lot of games, and he also, did so well for the Bucks in preseason, scoring. I think was averaging about 20+ points. So that is big for someone that is only in his sophomore season that was picked for the fifth in the first round in the draft. So he came in, impressed the coach through the Olympics first, then in the preseason, and then he got his shots. He didn't start games, but his minutes increased drastically, and he's still been a solid bench player for them that they can call upon. So as he improves, his role will generally increase, I believe.
Interesting. Other Nigerian contingents.
Yeah, other Nigerians still sticking with Milwaukee. Shemi Ojele is injured.
Yes.
It was a pivotal part of what they were doing in Milwaukee. Another crucial bench player until they picked up that injury, which is very sad because he wasn't getting much game time in Celtics, and then he came to Milwaukee. He became somewhat of an important player, and now he's injured. The likes of Nnamdi Vincent had his superb Olympics, came in to the Miami. He's got a new contract based off of that Olympics, and he's also been a solid role player coming off the bench and eating as high as 17 points in one of their games. Precious Achiuwa got traded to the Toronto Raptors as part of the McLaren deal from Miami Heat, and he's gotten there, instantly become their starting center.
The Raptors are building. They are building.
Yeah, they are building, but it's still not easy feat for a player in the second season to get to the Raptors, instantly become the starting center. Hopefully they can build around him and he improves along with the team.
Interesting. Well, Tunde, we should be looking forward to some time anytime soon that we'll have more Nigerians in the NBA because it will make it interesting for me.
Definitely. We have a good number of Nigerians in the NBA right now. Even in the last draft, Ayo Dosunmu was drafted in Chicago Bulls.
Yeah.
Basi, a guy who was playing.
There's a guy that call Okiki. You call him Okiki.
Yeah. There's KZ Okpala in Miami. In fact, Miami have like 3 Nigerians. We have so many Nigerian players. I was talking of Basi was drafted by the Philadelphia 76ers in the 2021 NBA draft. This guy I know for a fact was playing basketball in Bagada 2 years ago.
Wow.
Like not to the team. Not to the team. He was just playing park basketball in Bagada 2 years ago. Traveled, went to play college ball for just 1 year, and he's drafted. He's in the NBA already. The NBA is a great ground for Nigerian talent. There are lots of Nigerians. I'm even sure that there are lots that I'm not even calling off the top of my head right now. There's Isaac Okoro, drafted 5th overall by the Cleveland Cavaliers in 2020. There are lots of this player. Onyeka Okongwu, drafted 6th overall by Atlanta Hawks. There are lots of Nigerian presence. You hear a lot of, even if you don't play Nigeria, you hear the Nigerian name. You once you hear the name, you know that name sounds familiar. It's a Nigerian doing their thing in the NBA, and there's still more to come because there are lots of Nigerians in the college basketball right now that will most likely get drafted. In fact, 2020 drafts, there were 11 players with Nigerian origin drafted, 11 out of 60, which is ridiculous. The likes of Desmond Bain, his name doesn't even sound Nigerian, but that's Nigerian roots. His father is Nigerian. Azubike, Nigerian, obviously. There are so many of them. Precious Achiuwa that I've mentioned earlier. Jordan Nwora, you know the famous ones, the usual suspects. So who knows? Maybe the next draft might be Solomon Edibe.
But I'm a man in my 20s, so I would actually take the draft, and I'll have at least a 15-year playing career in the NBA, which would be very good. I will just help you be my manager. I will help you be my manager.
I don't want to be arrested for fraud. Either you make it to the NBA, probably be 40 and retiring at the age of 55, then probably get.
Oh yeah, today call they go. Thank you very much. How's your debut appearance been on the show?
Fantastic, nice vibe on the show. Always nice to do this with you, so pleasure.
Interesting. That is Tunde Young Akiloye making his debut on Prime Sports, and I'm sure you've enjoyed all the basketball that he has served you on today's edition. Remember, Prime Sports still has a lot for us today. All you need to do is stay tuned. More programming still to come after this break.